Why should taxpayer dollars be going to a left-wing news outlet?
Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe you guys are a little bit more left-wing. Your taxpayer dollars are going to an outlet with a right-wing media bias.
Sure.
Would you be okay with that?
I think it's...
Trump signed an executive order defunding biased media, NPR, PBS. Good thing or bad thing?
Anything he does is pretty much bad.
Okay. Good thing or bad thing? Should taxpayer dollars be going to that?
Bad thing.
Bad thing. What about you?
I agree.
Yeah.
Bad thing.
Bad thing. What do you think?
I agree.
Bad thing.
Bad thing. No, bad thing.
Do you agree with it?
Negative.
Should they lose their public funding?
I think so, yeah. They're totally biased.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, when the news is one-sided, and it should be two-sided, especially national broadcasting, funded by the government, I think it probably needs a lesson, and the lesson would be to defund it until it gets a little bit more equivalent on both sides.
Fair. Do you support that or no?
No.
Why no?
Well, that's a good question.
I think it's just inhumane. Like, honestly, it's just like, I don't know.
Why do you guys say bad thing?
I think the government should stay out of the media and let the media run itself.
Would that mean no taxpayer dollars going to the media?
No, I don't mean that.
Okay. The reason I'm asking this, okay? We have PBS we were talking about. We have all sides right here. They show media bias. All sides showing a left-wing media bias. NPR as well, both opinion and online news having a left-wing media bias. Why should taxpayer dollars be going to outlets that have a left-wing media bias?
I don't think they should necessarily be funding it or defunding it, as I think they just have the right to be there.
Why should taxpayer dollars be going to a left-wing news outlet?
Oh, I have no idea. I really try to stay away from all of it, so because it stresses me out.
We don't know?
We don't know.
Okay, but we support it or no?
Well, I don't think that they are left-wing.
If they have a bias rating, though, you know, this all sides measures the bias rating for right-wing outlets, left-wing outlets. They lean left. Is that a problem for you?
I can't really see that because I don't have my glasses, but it's not a problem for me.
How left-wing is it? There's, I'm sure, a scale.
Yeah, you can see the degree.
Right, but
So
I
it's
want to know
very
who
mild.
does the study, yeah.
I'm not sure if NPR is left or right, I guess.
I feel that they give both sides. When I listen to them, I hear. But maybe I'm more left anyway, so maybe, I don't know. But
Okay.
I don't think there's really
should-
an objective news channel anymore.
That's an interesting point. So should taxpayer dollars be going to an outlet that has a slant?
I don't think we should pay taxes either.
I'd want to know who does that study and what quantifies it as a left-leaning.
All sides. So they do this for everybody. They've been around for a long time. But if that is not sufficient, they do also, their former senior editor said that there are 0 registered Republicans in editorial positions at their HQ. The CEO acknowledged that, said it was problematic.
Well, why are they registered
Do you
at
think
all
that's
if they don't
evidence
have
for
to
that or
be?
no?
Nobody has to be registered. So you could have an independent in there. Nobody needs to know. You could have a Democrat in there. That should not be anything that has to do with the media. Yeah. It's their own call on who they hire.
Yeah, I believe they had all Democrats.
They're registered Democrats.
Yes.
Okay. Then that's their choice on who they vote for.
You wouldn't know it, but a few months ago, I could barely get through my workday without a nap. My sleepiness was interfering with interviews and getting new content out for you guys. Tell me about what's going on here.
No, go f*** off.
Okay, that's when I talked to the team over at 1775 Coffee. 1775 Coffee gets you through the day feeling motivated and ready for anything that life throws at you. And within minutes of taking it, I'm back to my old energetic self. The way it works is simple. 1775 Coffee quickly turns a boring, low-energy Jeb Bush day into a high-energy, productive day. If you haven't tried 1775 Coffee yet, this is your shot because they just launched their 1775 Starter Kit, and the first drop is limited to just 1,000 units. This starter kit isn't some tiny sampler pack. It includes a bold, dark roast that hits harder than a trans boxer, a smooth, medium roast for strength without bitterness, and Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy, laser focus, and zero crash. It's all single origin, small batch, mold-free and toxin-free, plus you're also getting a gold spoon clip, a frother, and a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't buy coffee from the local shop that hates my guts. $200 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones that have been watching 1775 blow up on social media, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert, It is. Go to 1775coffee.com/Klug to grab your starter kit before they're all gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something. Start your day with coffee that isn't communist. I'll put a link down in the description below.
Taxpayer funding of them. How much funding has gone to them in the past?
Yeah, so direct funding, they probably get anywhere from $1 to $3 million per year for, let's say, NPR. Indirect, they receive money from, radio stations across the United States. Those places get taxpayer dollars.
Okay. I don't feel like I have enough to speak directly to it, but from what I know, no.
Well, if this is true, and if it is more of a left-wing outlet, would you support defunding taxpayer dollars? Should people's taxpayer dollars be going to that outlet?
I would not support that.
If it does, in fact, have a bias, would that be a bad thing, and would you not support taxpayer dollars going to it?
It's a complicated question. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more.
Would you like to weigh in?
I think it would be a bad thing.
So bottom line, keep the funding.
For us,
For NPR, yeah.
I don't like us determining what is and isn't okay. I don't like censorship. So I don't like saying, oh, this leans left or this leans right, because that's censorship. That's somebody else making a decision. We can decide if we want to watch something that's on the right or on the left or in the middle. We can decide what we want to watch, and we should all be able to make our own choice. And we don't need the government to decide, like back in 1984 by George Orwell. We don't need... Right?
I see what you're saying, but the government is using taxpayer dollars to send funds to them. So
I like that.
So have them operate independently instead of taxpayer dollars.
I don't know. I never worried about that, and I'm not going to say that we should go tax-free like she just said.
Well, and we're both public librarians, and so our job is sort of to not censor the people from anything.
You would say you have no problem with a media outlet having a bias as long as they're not taking your taxpayer dollars.
True. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, look at MSNBC, look at CNN. They're all biased, but they're all privately held by somebody else. They can say whatever they want and feel whatever they want. But when it's funded by your taxes and my taxes, then you need to be a little bit more upfront and a little bit more fair.
Common information, I believe, common information people need to know.
But if you're conservative, should your taxpayer dollars be going to a left-wing outlet?
Yeah, I would say open media, people need to know the truth.
You're saying taxpayers should continue to fund them, is what you're saying?
I don't have a problem with it.
Would you be okay if your taxpayer dollars went to, let's say, a Fox News?
Well, I'm not really okay with that, I guess. So yeah, I only want it to go one way and not the other. Yeah. It doesn't really make sense.
We're not biased, but
that
we
doesn't
are,
make
right?
sense, yeah. So my bias is showing.
Maybe you guys are a little bit more left-wing. Your taxpayer dollars are going to an outlet with a right-wing media bias.
Sure.
Would you be okay with that?
I think it's
no.
What do you think?
No.
Well, we do.
Well, I would
They
say-
get taxpayer money as well.
Fox News doesn't get taxpayer funding.
People that advertise on Fox News, there's all sorts of
advertisements
that are from political candidates that get their money from all sorts of ways. It's hard to separate it.
But direct, yeah, I get it.
But direct funding?
Yeah, but I would say no.
It's not a trick question. It's it's trying to get to the bottom of if we think taxpayer dollars should go to a biased outlet.
No, I'd say no. Neither.
No, neither. Yeah.
Yeah.
We changed our minds a bit.
No, I would say.
Maybe you have. Maybe.
No, I would say, with the original question about PBS and things like that, the reasoning behind all of that, it doesn't make sense.
So you said you're a public librarian.
Yeah.
If you get a Donald Trump book, what do you do with it?
So it's like a junior one, and it'll say who is our current president, and it'll be Donald Trump, and so I'll just gently face it the other way.
Oh my gosh, you're not supposed to do that.
I know.
You're not supposed to do that, Michelle. Okay, I don't want to lose my job. We want all books to be out.
Is that censorship?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she's censoring it.
It is. I am putting my agenda on the library. It's true.
I've ran into a couple of people that are acknowledging that there is a bias, but they still want taxpayer dollars going to that outlet. Granted, the people I'd be talking to would be more left-wing. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think if folks want that NPR or whatnot, they can make contributions to it. I don't think I need to put my tax dollars toward it. If I want to support that, I do. I have organizations that I support, but I don't think it should be mandated that our tax dollars go to things that are biased. No.
What are your thoughts about that?
Some people are so bought into their mindset that facts don't bother them.
We are political people.
Yes.
And our background is from?
Political science.
Middle East.
Middle East.
So what do you think our answer will be?
Defund biased media.
Thank you very much.
Well, you guys, I forgot to film an outro for this video, but this is a great opportunity for me to talk about our founder tier members. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and thank you to all of our members for their support. Really appreciate you all. If you guys would like to have your name displayed at the end of my videos, you can become a founder tier member today.